Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's second video, doing European outlook for today's second video. So it's also on Thursday, we're having a detailed look at weather for next week to 10 days across not just the UK and Ireland, but across the rest of Europe too. And I shall get on that for you in a moment. Just say that first video releasing was our 6 AM upload, and we've also got a 10 to 14 day coming up for you later on this afternoon. Please like, share, subscribe on the videos, and thank you so much everybody for doing that. Right, okay, so we're going to start off with the situation across Europe today. So, big changes actually over the past few days across not just Europe, but general North Atlantic setup. The area of high pressure that we've had for several months actually brought a very hot summer has now started to ridge northwards to Greenland and Iceland, and a trough of low pressure is plunging southwards through Scandinavia. This low pressure is bringing northerly winds between the high pressure and low pressure, bringing northerly winds through much of northern and also Western Europe, and that is restricting the hottest of the air to the far south and southeast of Europe. We see this nicely on the upper air temperatures, with the upper air temperatures looking very cool across much of northern and also Western Europe as well. But we come down to the southern, particularly southeastern part of Europe, and it's still quite hot through there, especially southern Italy, through towards parts of Greece and Turkey. Now, of course, as low pressure is bringing this unsettled weather and dropping temperature, that means there's going to be showers and long spells of rain over Scandinavia, and probably cold enough for some early snowfalls over the higher ground of northern Arctic Scandinavia as well. Marking the boundary between that cooler air, we've got heavy showers and thunderstorms through these eastern parts of Europe. And then we go to the south and east of that. It's mostly dry, actually, across much of the east part of the Mediterranean, dry, hot, and sunny. We come out west, we've got some heavy showers and long spells of rain through parts of Germany into France, and extending northwards up the Irish Sea, up the North Sea, I should say, into the Low Countries and Belgium, Holland, Netherlands, and perhaps up towards Denmark as well. Further north of that, under the area of low pressure, we've got showers, long spells of rain, as I say, through many parts of Scandinavian peninsula, and snow over the highest ground. The temperatures today look cold over Scandinavia, and that cooler air is pushing southwards through Ireland, the UK, through the Low Countries into northern and western parts of Germany as well. But the south and east, so lots of dry, hot weather, so the temperature remains into at least the mid-20s Celsius, if not the upper 20s Celsius, through much of Mediterranean, and particularly hot in this far southeastern corner, where temperatures are well above 30 degrees still. Into tomorrow, Friday, low pressure will be dominating across the northern parts of Europe, pulling down this cool northerly wind. We will have high pressure just to the west of Ireland and also the UK. And as this northerly wind is coming southwards, it's beginning to bring instability, perhaps, through some southern parts of Europe too. Upper air temperatures show the hottest of the air is in this far southeastern part of the Mediterranean, and also around Spain, Portugal, pretty hot through there still. Meanwhile, further northwards, so most parts of Europe looking cool, particularly so into the UK and Ireland, actually, where we have the 0 Celsius iceberg pushing southwards. Again, we see lots of heavy showers, long spells of rain, and maybe a little snow over mountainous areas in the far north through Scandinavia into these Baltic Sea states of Latvia, Estonia, Lithuania, plenty of showers coming through there. Showers and long spells of rain through Denmark into northern parts of Germany, just flirting with eastern parts of England. Actually, much of the UK and Ireland is dry under that area of high pressure, and these dry conditions extend down through France, Spain, Portugal. The only showers begin to kick off, you'll notice, through the Mediterranean, through the Balearic Islands, for example, and over towards Corsica and Sardinia, some parts of Italy. And then we come into some heavy showers, thunderstorms, particularly notable around the Balkans, up towards Hungary, and those sort of areas. But again, the far southeast of the Med, through the Greek islands, looking mostly dry then. Hot across southern and southeastern Europe, much cooler further northwest, a proper northwest-southeast split with temperature tomorrow. On Saturday, high pressure out of the Atlantic, low pressure dominates across much of northern Europe. Low pressure beginning to start kicking off by looking at through the Adriatic as well. Upper air temperatures pushing that cooler air southwards. Still hot through much of Spain, still hot through Greece, but central part of the Med is looking quite a lot cooler. So further showers, longer spells of rain, and maybe a little snow in mountainous areas over Scandinavia. And again, more showers as we come through parts of Germany, the Low Countries, just flirting with northeast parts of Europe. Again, most of the UK, Ireland, France, Spain, Portugal are mainly dry. And they've got torrential thunderstorms and longer spells of thundery rain here in the southeastern corner, especially again notable around the Balkans and the shores of the Adriatic. Maybe a few of those storms begin to get triggered a little bit further eastwards as well, southeastwards on Saturday. Still looking hot through the southeastern corner, cooler though through the central bowl of the Med and Italy. Southern parts of Spain, Portugal look quite hot, and then further north, obviously it's a lot cooler with those northerly winds prevailing across most of northern, central and also western Europe. On Sunday, the area of low pressure over Scandinavia, but is starting to slip eastwards a little bit. Another area of low pressure around Ukraine, for example. And then this ridge of high pressure begins to ease its way eastwards in towards the UK and Ireland as well. Those upper air temperatures are looking cool on Sunday across most parts of central, northern and western Europe, below average. Further southwards though, still hot through Spain and Portugal, still hot into Turkey and the Greek islands, but the central part of Med looks quite a lot cooler with those upper air temperatures. Precipitation wise, those heavy thunderstorms are extending further eastwards into parts of Ukraine, maybe heading towards the Black Sea as well. More showers and longer spells of rain back through Poland and Germany and towards northeastern parts of France and the Low Countries too. Plenty of showers over Scandinavia. They could band together to give longer spells of rain as well. And once more, in the very far north of Scandinavia, the Arctic regions, snowfalls are possible. Most parts of Med actually looking dry though as we go into Sunday, although there could be one or two heavy thunderstorms around northern parts of Africa. Temperature-wise, again, cool for much of Central, Northern, Western Europe. Hottest temperatures will be in the south, but even there, not as hot as it is right now. Into Monday, high pressure begins to re-establish across the western part of Europe. That area of low pressure gets pushed a little bit further eastwards, centering around northwestern or western parts of Russia. The upper air temperatures continue to look cool across many parts of Europe on Monday. In fact, distinctly cold across northern Scandinavia with a -5 Celsius iceberg flirting. Meanwhile, the southwards though, again, pretty hot through Spain, Portugal, quite hot through parts of Greece and Turkey, and warm through the rest of the Med, but not as hot as it is at the moment. Precipitation-wise, most parts of southern Europe, including the Mediterranean, looking dry. Just a few showers kicking off around southern parts of Spain, and some thunderstorms over the mountainous areas of Italy. But the wet weather is really further northwards with that area of low pressure, still bringing more showers into the central, northern, western parts of Europe, and the more persistent rain probably starting to ease away from those Baltic Sea states in towards western parts of Russia. Mostly dry again through France, Spain, Portugal. Not much precipitation there. Precipitation-wise, yes, it's still pretty hot for Spain, Portugal, and in the eastern part of the Mediterranean, but not as hot as it is to start off with in the next day or two. And further northwards, still a very cool scene, really, across most parts of central, northern, and also western Europe. On Tuesday, we're going to find low pressure sitting just to the northeast of Finland, so into northwestern parts of Russia, really. And then high pressure is building out across the western part of Europe, ridging in from the Azores. That starts to bring in some slightly milder, or less chilly, upper air temperatures into western parts of Europe, although northern and northeast Europe still looks cold, close to that area of low pressure. And down in the Med, again, the central part of the Mediterranean, not as warm. The hottest weather is on either side of the Mediterranean, in the west and also in the east. As far as precipitation is concerned, yes, further heavy showers, longer spells of rain, maybe thunderstorms through these eastern, northeastern parts of Europe, close to that area of low pressure. Some storms through southern and eastern parts of Spain. Maybe some heavy storms beginning to get going from the Black Sea down towards parts of Greece and Turkey. Out west, lots of dry weather for UK and Ireland, but some patchy rain heading in towards western Scotland, perhaps later on in the day. The temperatures begin to look a little bit less cold across the far west of Europe, but northern, central and eastern parts of Europe are still looking pretty chilly, and begin to cool down through the Mediterranean as well, actually, or the eastern part of the Med. Wednesday will bring high pressure to much of western Europe. That area of low pressure is beginning to move away in towards western parts of Russia. The upper air temperatures are lifting up a bit across western parts of Europe. Never get excited about, but they are getting a bit milder across western parts of Europe. Still quite hot for Spain and Portugal, but cool upper air temperature continue in much of central, northern and eastern Europe. But maybe showers and thunderstorms in eastern parts of Europe as well, possibly merging into longer spells of rain in places. More wet weather heading in towards parts of Norway and also southern Sweden and Denmark, northern Germany too, perhaps through Wednesday. Showers, and they might be a bit wintry across the far northeast of Scandinavia, and then those thunderstorms beginning to get even more widespread across southern and eastern parts of Spain, maybe starting to push in towards some parts of the Mediterranean as well. Ireland, UK, France, once again looks mostly dry on Wednesday. Temperatures start to lift up a bit in Western Europe. The coolest weather, though, is getting through the central, northern and eastern parts of Europe. Thursday will bring high pressure ridging from Scandinavia, perhaps down into some western parts of Europe. Low pressure still sitting in the east. Beginning to draw up a warmer southerly wind, perhaps up the western side of Europe. As upper air temperatures getting warmer on Thursday, especially through France and down to Spain, Portugal, but also heading towards parts of the UK and Ireland as well. The coolest weather is in the far north and east of Europe on Thursday. Quite wet for all parts of Norway, some heavy rain coming through there, and just into west of Ireland as well, some wet weather breaking through there. But most parts of Western Europe actually looking mainly dry. The wettest of weather is over on the eastern side of Europe. The temperatures are looking cool across northern and eastern parts of Europe, but becoming warmer in the west. Another push of warmth moving up the western side could lift the temperature back into the mid to upper 20 Celsius, for example, across much of France. I'll just bring that to day 10. So this is Friday. Low pressure bed heads in from off the Atlantic. Could bring some wet weather in towards the UK and Ireland. Meanwhile, further north, though, high pressure dominates across much of northern Europe. And then into the weekend of the 24th, 25th September, high pressure ridging from the Azores up to Scandinavia, bringing lots of dry weather to northern and western parts of Europe. Relatively mild too. The coolest, most unsettled weather will be in the eastern part of Europe, with that area of low pressure sitting over the Ukraine, and the warmest upper air temperatures probably across the southern, southeastern parts of Europe. Right then, so that's European Outlook for this week. We'll do it all over again next week. If you enjoyed this video and found it informative, then please like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much everybody for doing that. We'll be back later on with a 10 to 14 data that will include all operator features. So we'll see you a little bit later for that. But for this week's European Outlook, that's all for now, and thanks for watching.